Do not spray. But for stability reason, I'm just going to go and spray about a quarter in my parchment. The sprayed side goes down so I can stick it. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
But you do not spray the sides when you wear it. Okay? Have this thing set. Set it on the side. I'll be pretty clear because I'm just going to be here with a marker. Boom. And we're just going to just drop that in there and then you're going to be able to see. Okay, guys? Right? A few things I want to let you guys know is that this is just pure mechanical. I mean, this is how you're going to develop air, right? So that the water can do the rest of the work for you, okay? The water will get warm and warm and warm and boom, it will steam up, right guys? So this is purely mechanical. So if you mess up, right, invariably speaking, you are not even going to be able to have to put in there to realize you messed up because you won't have the volume. It's kind of like souffle. If your souffle looks really, really runny, right, it's a game over. Right, guys? Okay. So, what I want you guys to always have in mind is that the extract, we are going to put it with butter. Write that down right now. Extract, we are going to put it with the butter. But what does it say in your book? It says melted butter. Right, guys? Does it say that or no? Well, am I just out of my mind? Don't answer.
It doesn't say that. It says it's optional.
Okay. To the melted butter. Write that down. To the melted butter. I'm going to go ahead and start. First, I have a bain-marie station. Okay? I have a bain-marie station. You guys are familiar with that because we made Swiss meringue. Right, guys? Remember how we dissolve the sugar? Right? So what we're going to do first, to this bowl, I'm going to put the eggs in there first. And then I'm going to go ahead and beat the eggs initially. And then I'm going to add the sugar and beat it. Just so that you and we understand each other. When you go out there in the industry, the recipe will be the same. But the chef will be telling you, make sure you add, be sure. And you'll be like, what? It's an automatic emulsifier, okay? To a large batch, you probably have to put like a tablespoon in it, and your genoise just comes out beautiful and gorgeous and won't collapse. Okay, guys? Okay?
I told her we should find that.
Okay, so once you have the sugar well distributed, you are then going to go to the bain-marie, and now you are going to agitate. But I want everybody to actually see how watery and lackluster this is. So I'll pass it around, okay, so that you guys will be able to see the difference.
We're cooking Thursday and Friday. Yeah, but that was before we did the double class. Yeah, we have cooking days both Thursday and Friday. Saturday, Saturday it's the same exact thing, both classes. You double today.
But I will show you. So,
Yeah, so if you stay today,
school butter is
yeah, and then so tomorrow, you'll basically just do this and then a lecture. And then, so you need that tomorrow's first class and then, I guess you still have that lecture.
do we get to see it?
Yes, yes.
Alright, we all saw it, right? Alright, cool. So now what I'm going to do is, in reflection to what we have done in Swiss meringue, I'm going to go in a bain-marie. Now this bain-marie is going to be not boiling. It's not boiling, okay guys? You don't need to have it boiling. You just have to have it nice and hot in the beginning and just retain that hot. Because what you want to do is you want the energy to penetrate through the metal so that it can start coaxing the sugar to dissolve, right? When everything is all said and done, everything will be the same as the Swiss meringue when we did the Swiss meringue. The liquid should be nice and warm, right? And it should not be sandy. It should be smooth. Yes? You guys all saw how this thing was just really watery, right? Okay? So what we are going to do at this point in time is, number one, we're going to go ahead and agitate this. Not because we want to fluff it up. It just helps the process of dissolving the sugar. Two things to actually note for. You must have it moving at all times, but also you will realize that the product will no longer be what it was in the beginning when it's almost ready. You would get a consistency of certain thickness, right? It's not super thick, but it won't be as liquidy as this, okay? Very rarely do I get the same results. Very rarely. But for the 10 o'clock yesterday, I got a 3.1, okay? 3.1. So, who knows? Today, okay, I'm trying. But remember, what is an A?
2.27 to a 3.2.
I tried.
You got an A plus 10 points, Chef. That's
Well, you know, like Chef Baker and I, we always talk about, like, pâte à choux and genoise. Anybody who comes into our shop, we just tell them make a genoise, and let me see you make pâte à choux. You can kind of tell, This is really like, this is one of those things in which, like, I've always said that females actually are better than males. You guys have a better wrist motion, you know what I mean? If you do not dissolve the sugar completely, you will have crystallization, and it will web itself. So you will self-candy. So the sponge that was rising will become hard because the sugar will start self-candying. Right, guys? So you need to dissolve the sugar. Can you guys, for those people who are here, come on over and take a look how thick, Jessica, you can see how thick that one is, right? Can you guys see how thick it got? Yeah? So it almost looks like hollandaise, right? Almost. We know we can make thicker hollandaise. Right? take that thing back? Yeah. So I'm gonna do my final test. Nice and smooth. Smooth. Smooth as Vaseline. Okay, guys? My mom used to use Vaseline for everything.
Yes.
Everything.
I still do.
You got a cut? Here's some Vaseline. All right, speed 3. We are going to go ahead and whisk this until it no longer is warm, number 1, and that this thing increments in volume that outstretches what you see. So we're gonna go for almost double. Okay, guys?